This happened not too far from Charlie Kirk himself. Talk to us again about what you saw when you heard that first gunshot go off.
When I heard
Wow.
the first gunshot go off,
This
all of a
is
sudden I just saw
crazy.
an eruption of blood, come out of Charlie's chest, and then
So this gentleman was actually very close. It looks like. Sounds like he was pretty close.
Pavilion.
It's an outdoor amphitheater, basically, where he's set up is at the bottom level.
Oh my gosh.
Basically
They freeze frame it, but you can actually see. You can check out the video on Twitter right now.
I guess rise up as you go back further and further away from the stage area.
And then is this Charlie Kirk? I mean, I don't know how much you follow him. Is this your first time seeing him live, or has he been to this university or this area for a while?
First time seeing him live. I mean, I'd seen plenty of videos, plenty of videos online and on X and stuff, and was excited to come attend this event. He was supposed to come back at the end of September to Logan, Utah, which is a lot.
So it appears that this is the actual gentleman. I don't know if this is real, but it looks like this gentleman was the one that was arrested. Wow. They got him right away. I mean, if this was a lone shooter situation, they got him pretty quick.
Great.
Oh my good God. I'm not sure if
Great.
This for sure cannot. YouTube's gonna not allow this.
Not counting gang violence. Great. Not counting gang violence. Great.
Oh my God, that is fucking horrific. Oh my gosh. Yeah, YouTube's for sure gonna pull this video. There's no way they're gonna allow this to stay up. Oh my gosh, that's
Great.
insane. That was so much blood. He instantly starts dousing blood out of him. I'm not sure if that's a instant. I'm not sure if he's in the hospital currently, so I'm not sure if he's gonna make it. I mean, that is a vicious shot. And to think it's just some old white guy, that's all it takes, people, for you to just be, out of this world, just sent to heaven, just die, just be out. Some random boomer fucking white guy, some fucking leftist just snap and just decided to shoot Charlie Kirk because he doesn't agree with his opinions is absolutely insane. I mean, that is horrific. So they're saying that this is the man that shot Charlie Kirk. I don't know. This is absolutely disgusting. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. I mean, the footage coming out is pretty bad. I mean, this is insane.
Oh my God. Go, run.
I have no words. Like, that essentially was a public execution. I mean, essentially. If Charlie Kirk, survives, obviously not, but to just do that for political opinions is absolutely insane. Like, the idea that because someone disagrees with you or thinks differently politically, and the answer is to publicly, shoot him is insane.
Further away, so I was excited to attend this.
Wow,
one
this man was young too. This is a
see what
young
was going
man
on.
with a.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then if you could describe
hope,
the
pray
moment
for
again,
Charlie Kirk,
just
but
because some people may be tuning
this
in right
is
now. Justin, you
this is
said you were
absolutely
on the left side
disgusting.
of where this
Oh my
happened,
gosh.
not too far from Charlie Kirk himself. Talk to us again about what you saw when you heard that first gunshot go off.
When I heard the first gunshot go off, all of a sudden I just saw an eruption of blood, come
An
out
eruption of
Charlie's
blood? Oh
chest,
my gosh.
And then kind of his whole body recoil. and go limp, and
This man had a family and
you know,
kids.
it just took a split second, and I was like, is this really happening? Is it, you know, and basically everybody just screamed and fell to the floor. But it looked like a lot of blood came out. A lot of blood was lost. It did not look good. It looked like, you know, looked like a fatal shot. But you know, I hope it's not. I pray that it's not.
Yeah, as you say this, and you mentioned prayer, we have a message now.
I do know that he was rushed to the hospital as of right now. I know he was rushed to the hospital. So as of right now, he wasn't, I mean, he wasn't presumed dead on scene, but maybe because he's such a high profile, you know, individual, political commentator, they would not announce that right away. But I mean, watching the video, there's some footage out there, and people, you can, you know, look for yourself on Twitter. You can find it. I don't know if I can be able, I'm not going to be able to play it again, most likely, just with the fact that this is on YouTube, but it is absolutely horrific. I mean, I don't know. This is crazy. It's hard to take in. I mean, there's this footage, right? And you see his body instantly go almost limp. It is awful. I mean, it is absolutely awful. I mean, there's no reason to do this. There's no case, there's no situation where your political opinions, even if high profile or even if controversial, should lead to you getting publicly shot in the neck. It is insane. And this is the gentleman that did it. Just some old fucking white man, I guess, with, you know, liberal or democratic I don't, I mean, we don't know, folks. Obviously we don't know what this person's political opinions are. I can only assume that he is not a, you know, Republican, right? Or maybe, you know, he's definitely not America first, from what, you know, maybe this be because of Israel. Maybe this, we don't know this person's motives. I mean, this just happened, but he just looks like some white guy, you know, some old boomer fucking lib. I mean, to think that that's all it could take for you to just be gone from this world is some guy, some fucking stupid fuck thinking they don't agree with your political views or whatever, and they're gonna just, you know, attempt to execute you in front of people at an event is fucking insane. I mean, this is fucking crazy. Oh man, this is nuts. I saw that there's another angle where it's close up, and it looks pretty bad. It's probably been removed already. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not going to allow it up, but I did bookmark it before. And this is the closest angle that I've found so far. But mind you, this is tough. This is pretty tough to watch. He instantly just starts leaking tons and tons of blood. This is absolutely insane how much blood just falls out of him. And he's out. Like, he's clearly, like, his body must have just turned off because does not look responsive at all. He literally just falls to the ground. You know, to think that you're having a public speaking engagement at a university, and then out of nowhere,
And gang violence.
you're talking about gang violence of all things, and then some fucking white guy just shoots you in the neck. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. That is so tough to watch. I mean, we're seeing a lot of violence right now, a lot of political violence, a lot of just violence in general. And unfortunately, I think unfortunately some gun deaths event in every single year, so we can have a Second Amendment to protect. Is this somebody saying like, "Hey, this is just gonna happen"? I don't know. What?
People just, you can't stop with these sort of awful thoughts you have and then saying these awful words and not expect awful actions to then lead to hateful actions.
What the fuck? This fucking MSNBC is fucking ass. MSNBC right now is basically saying, well, you deserve
Then
it.
lead to hateful actions. And I think that's the environment we're in, that people just, you can't stop with these sort of awful thoughts you have and then saying these awful words and not expect awful actions to take place.
Matt.
And that's the unfortunate environment we're in.
Turning Point USA is confirmed.
What the fuck is MSNBC talking about? Yo, this guy basically says, hey, you do change my minds or whatever, debates on the internet, and you have opinions that people don't like, so you get what you deserve, essentially. What the fuck? This is insane.
Then lead to hateful actions. And I think that's the environment we're in, that people just, you can't stop with these sort of awful thoughts you have and then saying these awful words and not expect awful actions to take place.
Matt.
He's saying that's why whoever the woman is basically cut him off because she knew that this guy's saying absolute fucking nonsense to say that you can't expect. This is America. We have freedom of speech. We're allowed to, give our opinions and state our political views. And to say that, oh, well, he had awful speech, so it is what it is.
Saying these awful words and not expect awful actions to take place.
Matt.
And that's the unfortunate environment we're in.
Turning Point USA has confirmed that he was shot. And there are a number of videos.
Then lead to.
What the fuck? MSNBC, huge L. What the? This is insane. People are fucking sick.
Shooting like this happens.
Yeah, and again, I emphasize what you just emphasized. We don't know any of the full details of this. That we don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration or so.
What the fuck? MSNBC is legit fucking stupid. This fucking host at MSNBC needs to get fucking fired. To say that it might potentially be one of his supporters celebrating and shooting a shot and accidentally hitting him in the neck.
We don't know any of the full details of this. That we don't know if this was a.
Oh my god, MSNBC is a fucking wash. Okay, so that's the footage. Wow. That is absolutely insane. Oh my gosh. This is crazy.
Now on X from the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth.
This is crazy.
Prayers for Charlie Kirk, an incredible Christian, American, and human being. May the healing hand of Jesus Christ be upon him. You were talking about a pretty graphic scene and a pretty violent injury. I don't know if you're a doctor or not, but from what you saw, I mean, how bad did this look? It sounds pretty bad.
It looked really bad. I saw a lot of blood leave his body instantly before. It's not like we heard a shot and we saw him fall to the ground. We saw a lot of blood leave his body instantly upon impact.
And did you hear more than one gunshot?
I don't know if this is another angle or something, but this is.
That's a lot of people, Utah.
Okay, this is just. I guess this is moments before.
We're going to be here for a couple hours.
This is maybe moments before Charlie Kirk was shot.
Bring the best libs that Utah has to offer.
And it's insane. It makes. I mean, the point of this is obviously to scare people. I mean, there's no other reason why anyone would do this. This is an egregious attempt to silencing people. This is an egregious attempt to silence conservative voices. This is absolutely disgusting. But, prayers for Charlie Kirk. I hope he makes it. I hope he survives this horrific attack. And I hope that he gets back out there and continues. You cannot. This is not the way to silence people. This is not the way. If you think you have good ideas or good opinions, or if you think that your thoughts are correct, the way to do that is not by shooting people in the neck, and you don't prove anything. This is actually horrific.
Or was it just one?
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't remember if there was a second, but definitely the one. And luckily there wasn't more than, if there was a second one right away, I think it was just the one, but otherwise it wasn't any more than two.
And did it look like anybody else in the audience or anybody else with Charlie Kirk had also been hit?
No, it was just him, and then everybody went down, and then that was, as I'm sitting there with bodies laying on top of me, I'm just listening. I'm listening for more shots. That's the only thing I'm doing. I'm just like, okay, are there more? Are there more? Are there more? There's none. There's none. There's none. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. And just kind of playing that back in my mind and just thinking, I can't believe this is happening. How did this happen? How did we let this happen? How, just bummed there wasn't
Oh my god,
metal detectors or something. Because yeah, like I said, it was just everybody just kind of showed up and it was crowded. It was my guess is that there were probably at least 3,000 or 4,000 people there. It was incredibly crowded. You had people on rooftops, walkways, overpasses.
there's no way that people are already celebrating Charlie Kirk getting shot. What the fuck? Yo, these people are legit fucking insane.
I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm saying God's timing is always right.
These people are fucking insane. This is sick. This is absolutely gross. Charlie Kirk, even if you disagreed with his political opinions, he was a young man, a father, a husband. All he did was engage in political opinions. I mean, this is gross. This is honestly gross. The fact that these people, what the fuck? I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, this is absolutely disgusting. I mean, these people are clearly celebrating. These might not be real, but if this is real, these people are absolutely deranged. These people are sick. To be excited that Charlie Kirk was shot in the neck, but once again, these might not be real. I hope these aren't real. I honestly hope that there's no people deranged or sick enough in the head to be cheering on or be happy that Charlie Kirk was shot. I hope that these are fake, that these are not real, but this is absolutely insane. If these are real, of these people celebrating the fact that a father, a young man, a husband, to think that because of political opinions, these people would be celebrating the fact that this young man was killed is absolutely fucking deranged. I mean, what the fuck? Okay. Okay, so this is the guy that was I thought he had shorts on. Is this him? I thought he was wearing shorts.
Shoot me! Shoot me! Was that you? We don't know if it's him or not.
I don't think this is him. There's like two different guys already. So there's this white man. Both of them have been white. I mean, also this is Utah, so there's not going to be a lot of non-white people there for sure. I'm pretty sure I don't know. I've already seen two different white older men that have been said they're the shooter, and I don't know. There's a lot of stuff, but a lot of reports initially coming out are saying that Charlie lost a lot of blood on the scene. I mean, a ton of blood. I mean, this angle is absolutely horrific. I mean, God, that is crazy. That is absolutely insane. If this is the guy that they arrested, this is another guy, I guess. I mean, if this is him, yeah, it's something. I mean, obviously this person's sick in the head. If that's him, I mean, we don't know, right? So this is, wow, this is crazy. You know? Wow. Man. Was this moments before about Rampage? Charlie Kirk was answering a question about rampant left-wing violence in America when he was shot today. You can hear the crack of the rifle in the video, approximately 100 yards. I'm burning with outrageous anger. Pray right now, Charlie Kirk.
So, do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
They were literally talking about transgender mass shooters. Holy fuck.
Too many.
It's 5. Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
Oh, wow. So they were literally talking about mass shooters, and he gets shot. You can't see where it comes from, though.
Over the last 10 years.
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
I'm not sure if that came from a rooftop or where exactly the shot came from. I really hope whoever was next to him instantly applied pressure to his neck, but it looks like a courtyard type area, so it's going to be pretty hard to tell what exactly happened. Yeah.
All of you, if you're watching right now, I need everybody to pray for Charlie. I see there's a couple Twitter spaces. I'm going to go into one of them so you guys could hear real-time updates.
So I'm the chairman of the College Republicans of America. I had 5 students working the event with Charles. I'm the chairman of the College Republicans of America. I had 5 students working the event with Charlie. The latest updates we're getting from those students, one whose friend is at the hospital and one.
This absolutely makes you a person like myself, because I do put my opinions out there on the internet. And during the start of the Israel-Palestine conflict, because some of my stances were we should not get involved, we should not back one side or the other. I got a lot of threats to my life, because some people, especially Muslim leaning people, thought that, we should be defending Palestine. My inbox was full of people, threatening my life. And, I typically don't take things like that very serious because, I'm a small content creator, but that's how it starts. People who will message you, will email you. And I've had them, I've had the DMs, on Instagram because of some of my ideas are more conservative. So because of that, you get DMs from people that, will say that they hope the worst for you, or say that they're going to come find you and find your family. And obviously you can't take everybody serious, but it is alarming, when you see, political violence like this.
Yeah. Justin, I've asked you so many.
Not received official confirmation on the name of the individual that has been taken into custody, and if in fact that will ultimately be the individual that's been charged. Here, attempt to we have to.
Right? I'm going to give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
This is.
We're friends. They are close with Charlie Kirk, and it feels like from what.
And that's kind of
done this before.
It's
custody. We do have some video of the incident.
I think we're okay, and I kind of stopped walking away, and
or is
part of what democracy,
in chaos mode, just
Yeah, people just running away.
still to
I sent him a video, and right after I sent that video, I put my phone in my pocket, and then that's when the shot was fired. And so it was immediately as soon as we got out, it was please don't. I had to call him and say please don't come. There's obviously been a shooting, and it's just sad because him and all of his buddies are like, man, we love those rallies. We would love to be able to go, and can't believe.
It's fucking crazy because most Americans are stuck here. So what are they gonna do? Fight back? Steal? Rob? Kill?
Just some more breaking news.
NBC's reporting they do not.
Sorry, go ahead, Doc.
They don't have a suspect in custody. That's what NBC is saying.
Sorry?
They do not have a suspect in custody.
Yeah, I mentioned that. They're saying the suspect is still on the run and he hasn't been apprehended. Is the statements that are coming out. We've got there was another point I was going to make. Oh, okay. I've got a video in the nest as well. This shows a different angle of the shooting. It does show. Look, it's just not. I mean, it's highly unlikely he survived that shot. I know a lot of people are saying he's been killed. There's other people claiming he hasn't. I think largely speaking, people have confirmed that he is dead. But there is another tweet in the nest, which is from a different angle.
Tweeted now 4 minutes ago. He said, "Oh my God, reports are Charlie has died." That was 4 minutes ago. Again, obviously not confirmed. We've gone back and forth, but just
is Tim Pool reporting that Charlie?
Tim is close with those guys.
We've got Dan coming up as well, and Dan did tell us. Actually, he told us well before anybody else. I did change the title back just because I wanted to have confirmation. But Dan's back up again, but he did tell us about 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes ago as soon as it happened.
Right before I came on, right?
Yeah.
Who confirmed? I mean, if
he's here, Dan, thanks for joining us.
Oh, he's here. Okay.
What's your are you able to give us any more updates, Dan?
I was just told that there's like the suspect that everybody's posting. I guess they haven't, or he's not in custody, or maybe it's a different person. But the source that I got said that they don't have somebody.
This is crazy.
Yeah, that's right. It's
if you know anything,
New York Times and the Telegraph are saying that the man who was apprehended, the old-looking 70-year-old man, he wasn't the suspect. He isn't the shooter, and the shooter's still on the run. He hasn't been apprehended.
Was he involved though? Because for something like this, you might need a spotter, you might need a team to kind of was this guy involved at all?
No idea whatsoever, and I agree with you. I find it highly problematic.
I have
when
a lot of.
I've
done a lot of
uproar on social media. They did this last time when the shooter,
for slaughter.
when you went to the NFL place to shoot people up, and they arrested a guy with a pro-Palestinian shirt, and then
easiest ways to
so I think in these type of things, it needs to be wise that when you're arresting people in that manner, people
they leak out so fast, they die
so
within
from what
moments.
we understand,
If that area right there,
sorry, in terms of who was your source, you mentioned it earlier in terms of Charlie that he had a minute.
Charlie Kirk shot. He had maybe only a handful of minutes before he completely bled out.
Give it out, but yeah, I was told that it's that he didn't make it. So
yeah, and that's now been confirmed.
Well, Dan, you saw that wound, man. I mean, that thing you're not.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And that's a rifle. And someone said it was 200 meters. So that was someone shooting him with a rifle. It wasn't a handgun. It wasn't.
Yeah.
You see MSNBC being like, oh, maybe it was one of his supporters just shooting a rifle off in support. It's like these fucking retards are unbelievable.
Yeah, no, that shit was no joke, man. That was a fucking clear shot. I mean, I was assuming that the person would shoot him in the head, so they missed.
America's
the head.
Insanely Violent
Really
Nation. Charlie Kirk shooting is a 46 shooting.
That was a rifle at 200 meters, and whoever that person is on the run. So
fucking us on.
Maybe it is something.
God damn.
Hey, Dan, I'm just curious. What do you think is the next step here in terms of what's going to happen next with people seeing this happen to Charlie Kirk?
I actually don't think the Charlie Kirk thing is going to incite as much change as the woman on the subway.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's bad. I think
agree.
it's terrible, but I think the woman on the subway was a bit more radicalizing for a lot of people, just because of the narrative that had been told. And then you saw what the media coverage, was just mainstream, was non-existent. And I think
he's
people are just
nuts.
realizing that the mainstream media is just complete fucking horseshit. And
What the fuck?
once they
God
take the
damn,
next step
people are
further to
fucking
realize like
insane.
who's running the mainstream media, then I think things are going to start to make a lot more sense.
Good point.
They're celebrating it on Telegram, in the shitlib Telegram.
Wow.
Yeah, this is absolutely
Well,
disgusting.
why do you keep
I
saying
joined
200
this
yards? Like,
this
what
Twitter
is that info
Spaces
coming from? What? Just
to see what
hyperbole?
other people in this field are,
Yeah, that was
or other people,
initial.
what's being reported.
Right,
but I
but where?
guess it
Why
is
they?
being
How can
reported
they know
that
that?
Ryan,
Charlie Kirk has passed
the
away.
initial
It seems
speculation
like
was
those
that it
are
was from
initial current reports
some
that he has
center that from the roof of
passed.
some center that's 200 yards away. Also, the guy that was arrested, I don't know if he's the shooter, not the shooter, but we do know his
As
name.
of right now, there's no updates.
And he had been arrested before,
But he wasn't
because
pronounced
his
dead on
name's
scene,
George
so
Zinn.
maybe
In
there's
2003,
good
he
news.
sent
Hopefully he
an
does pull through,
email
but
to
I do see
Salt Lake City
preliminary reports
Council
coming
saying,
out
because of some
that he
marathon,
has
saying,
lost
if
his
you
life.
need help, I'll set up the bombs at the finish line. And he wound up serving like.
You broke off though, but Joe, when you're back,
This Twitter
the
Spaces has
person
a
you
lot of
mentioned
people on.
is George
Seems
Zinn.
like
This
a lot
guy
of
was
right-leaning,
alleged to his name is Malcolm.
but
Malcolm
there's a
something.
lot of people in this Twitter
But if you
Spaces.
see, Ryan, if you see the video,
The angle did look like it was from above.
yeah, if you see the video,
Yeah,
everyone
it
It kind of like
definitely.
went.
From one
sorry.
of the
When
one
you
of
see
the
the video,
footage, one of
everyone
the
turns
videos that
away
I've
from
seen that I've
from
actually
Charlie
bookmarked,
completely to the
it
right,
looks like
and
it's
the bullet
coming
sounds
on
like
a
it's
downward.
like
But that crack from that
it's like a slap.
gunshot,
I can't explain the sound, but it's like a whoosh. So when it's like
it
that,
sounds
it's
like
a
it
whip
was coming from
almost.
quite a
Not counting
distance.
gang violence. Great.
Oh yeah, it was coming from up above.
Yeah,
I mean, how
the
far
further
up?
it is out,
They were in some kind of
the fat
like
the
courtyard
bullet will
type
hit,
area.
and then you'll hear the report. So yeah, when it's far out, the bullet's traveling faster than sound, so it'll hit, and then you'll hear the whip crack, or you'll hear the report from the rifle afterwards.
Yeah, because when I saw the video, I was expecting someone in the front row to pull out a hand.
I originally thought that it was somebody that walked up to Charlie Kirk and fired at him at range.
And then everyone
When
turns to the
I
right.
heard that he
If
got
you
shot in the
remember
neck,
with
I
the
was like, "Oh,
Trump
must have been a
shooting, it was just
guy
like
walked straight up to him and shot him." That's initially what I thought, but once I watched the video, I was like, "Oh no, this was at quite a distance."
Yeah, so that's yeah, it's definitely a rifle. That I know. That's the sound of a rifle. Maybe a 5.56. Dan, what do you think? 5.56? I mean, you can't. I don't know if we can tell the difference between an AK. I don't think it was an AK, but certainly.
It looked like a large caliber that went through.
Yeah, I'd say probably 7.62 from the I mean, because the thing is, 5.56 at range becomes a 22.
Yeah,
Right. I mean, the
it's a
reason why
pretty
it does a
small
lot
hole.
is because of the velocity. So the further out, I mean, when I was in the military, the maximum effective range for that was 400 yards. So I
That
would
that
think it would be a
gunshot looked
7.62. I mean, 5.56 is just such an inefficient killing round. So if somebody's going to do this and they know what they're
it
doing,
was like a
I would assume
30-06,
they're using at least
maybe
a
like a
308.
or
Yeah,
300.
the 5.56 would bounce around if it would bounce around.
306.
The exit wound looked like it was
30-06, maybe.
Yeah, as long as it's within, a close enough distance. Like I said, once it gets out, to 400 yards or whatever, 400 yards, it slows down, and so you really effectively have the same thing as a 22, because it's a 55 grain bullet. The thing
But
that
as of
makes
right
it
now,
do a
the
lot
only
of damage is
person
the
that I've
velocity.
seen
So,
say anything as far as
at
Charlie Kirk
distance,
is
it's
Tim
pretty
Pool.
worthless.
Initial reports that he has passed away.
And in terms of the shooter, obviously initially we thought the guy was close to
If
Charlie
anyone is
Kirk.
surprised,
Now there's a
so
possibility he
Asmon
could
Gold had
be
said something.
anywhere.
If anyone,
Ryan mentioned the possibility that he
anyone's
could have been on
surprised
a
that this
roof.
happened to Charlie Kirk, hasn't
I mean,
been
if
paying
it's from a
attention,
far
go anywhere,
distance,
Reddit, Twitter,
the points
etc.
that you
You'll
both making
find
in terms of the
thousands
type
of
of gun that
unhinged,
was used, do you think that would
direct
still be the
calls
case
to
if it was from a
violence
further distance
over
and from
politics
high up?
until it's addressed
I
for
mean, the
what
further
it
away
is.
it is, the
Things
more
like
likely it
this
is a
will
high
continue
caliber
happening. Yeah,
round.
absolutely
Because
great take
what
from
I was saying is
Asmon
that
Gold.
the
Asmon Gold.
5.56 at distance is not very
The
effective, and it seemed
social media has let
it seemed like
the
he went
left
down
run
immediately. I mean,
wild
it was a pretty
and
big
say the
entry
most
wound, and usually you don't
insanely
get a big entry wound with
idiotic and unhinged
5.56. I would
things for
assume that
so
it's at
long
least a
that now they
7.62
are
or 51.
emboldened. It is. I don't know how they're gonna go back to like closing
500 meters without, but that guy was
that
not that far. But
Pandora's box of what the left think and the way they act.
So yeah, 5.56 would have been a little hole.
Another clue is had
Yeah.
he been close, in that crowd, they would have immediately seen it and stopped him. So he has to be
These fucking people
above or
are
at
fucking
distance
insane.
because he got away.
Become a target for somebody.
So this guy's
I don't know whether it's political violence because I don't know who did it. I know they seem to have somebody in custody. But I will say that political violence, unfortunately, has been ratcheting up in this country. We saw the shootings, the killings in Minnesota. We've seen other political violence occur in other states.
This is crazy. Okay, breaking news. The alleged shooter Charlie Kirk has been identified as activist Michael Mollison, a Toronto resident. No way. This guy's from fucking Canada. How do you get a gun? If this guy's Canadian, how do you get a gun? Was charged with making terrorist threats after sending an email offering to help place a. Oh, okay. Right now they've said there's nobody in custody yet, but I know I saw 2 arrests happen so far, but I mean it's insane that when Charlie Kirk was shot, he was literally talking about school shootings or mass shootings.
Do you know how many transgender Americans have?
Like he's talking about mass shootings, and then they ask him about roughly how many, and then right that instant he mentions, "Are we going to talk about gang violence?" And then is shot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I would be amazed if he survives, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I pray for him. I pray for his family. I pray that he's all right. But just being the realist, and I have raised animals for the purpose of consumption: sheep, goat, cows, other animals. And then when it was time to get them ready to be field dressed so we can prepare the meat, and then you take a knife to their throat and you slit their throat, like whether it's a sheep or a goat, whatever, they bleed out very, very fast. It is quick. If you get that artery right there in the neck, you slice them just right, it is fast. Within moments they're deceased, the animal. So when I saw the bullet wound, the shot, I was like, I don't think he's gonna make it out of this one. It looks like a huge hole, and he is dumping massive amounts of blood. That wasn't a small round. That wasn't a small caliber, from what I can tell. I mean, the shot, easily that crowd is over 100 yards. If it was, 223, 5.56, a small caliber, the hole would be very small. It'd be a very small entry point, and it looked like it nicked his neck, but maybe just the size of the round, the caliber of the round, it made it a very large hole.
It's happening day by day. Tomorrow's 9/11. The anniversary.
Go to your event. Are you going to cancel it?
I actually had a debate set up for tomorrow in Asheville, North Carolina.
Are you still going to go to your event? Are you going to cancel it?
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
Myron, you gotta cancel it, bro.
I
would advise to cancel it because
cancel it.
Myron, cancel it. Cancel it. Can't be doing this anymore. You can't put yourself at risk. You have to cancel
Especially
it.
in the near
Myron.
future.
If you out of respect for the guy, as in mourning, also.
I just think that this is what they want, though. If we stop discourse, if we stop engaging with the public, if we, fall in and go into obscurity and hide, and let them win, the left, the liberals, Democrats, if we let them just roll over and control all public discourse and not speak out just because we're afraid, it's going to lead to more tyranny. We have to, if once you make yourself a public figure and you are talking about politics and you put your opinions out there, the risk. I mean, this isn't for everybody. I've had death threats on my life, several times, over my political opinions. I've had people, message me, direct message me, email me, tell me, they're gonna come and, execute me, my family, and I normally, generally speaking, don't take those things too serious because I'm just like, oh, it's some, kid or it's some, unhinged person. But, at some point, when you do put your opinions out there, especially political opinions, especially if you go against the, you know, liberal progressive movement, because most of those people are already sick in the head, anyways. I mean, they are demented, most of them. They have the most extremist views. And for a long time, legacy media tried to convince the public that the number one, most dangerous thing was a, white conservative male, right wing, alt right, white supremacists were the number one issue in America. And, now because the freedom of information being able to flow on the internet, we're starting to see that no, these unhinged, leftoids or leftists or communists or so, whatever you want to call them, are the number one, most dangerous group.
Yeah, I literally I just figuring out what the hell's going on.
It was even more of a target. Everyone's got to be worried now. So this is really sick, man. We're getting to the point in this country where people are snapping.
Yeah, this is absolutely crazy. I want to see if they still have that Twitter space going on, but it looks like they might have stopped it.
And you know, we're all finding out together what happened. And to anybody that's celebrating this or think this is funny or some shit like that, man, like fuck you, man. Honestly, I wouldn't.
Oh
wish
yeah,
this on
he's
my
dead. It looks like Charlie Kirk has been now pronounced as dead. Oh man, this is insane. Let's see. Okay, the great, the even, legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or no one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me, and now he is no longer with us. Millennium, my sympathies go out to him. Wow. Yeah. It seems like Charlie Kirk has passed away. Yeah, here's the thing. Charlie Kirk pronounced dead at 31. This was a young man, father of two. Wow. No. I mean, this is insane. I mean, there's not much we're going to be able to do. Let's see.
Kind of,
And as a president
has apparently the jury selection involving, but what a
crowd from the eyewitnesses we have spoken to. In a very sick type of irony, Charlie's group was called Turning Point because he thought there was a turning point now in politics with President Trump and where the Republican Party.
Our daughter was there, our son-in-law was there, my wife was there, friends. This is our community. And
large last month, for posting something controversial. I can handle is Donald Trump just weighing in. The great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead.
Wow.
No one understood or had the heart of the youth in the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially past tense to talk about. Charlie Kirk is dead. We'll come to you soon with updates. However, in the meantime, his wife Erica and their two children must be in some agonizing pain right now. I can only imagine. This is from oh good God. Yeah. He's dead. It's official. It's from the COO of Turning Point. He's dead. It's official. It's from the COO of Turning Point, who just tweeted out, "Dear Turning Point USA family, it's with a heavy heart that we, the Turning Point USA leadership team, write to notify you that earlier this afternoon, Charlie went to his eternal reward with Jesus Christ in heaven. We're still gathering more information and will come to you soon with updates. However, in the meantime, Turning Point USA and Turning Point Action will be closed for business until Monday the 15th, likely longer. If you're in the field or traveling, please cancel everything and return home immediately. All internal, external meetings, etc. are canceled. Please pray. Sincerely, Justin." And then they offer grieving services, counseling services for their team. I am so sorry to be bringing you this news. I am so sorry. I'm sorry for what it means for our country, for a person in custody. Okay. Question. It's 5, okay? Now 5 is a lot, right? Now I'm going to give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Well, I mean, he's passed away. That's crazy. Alrighty, I'm probably gonna end this live now, but it seems that Charlie Kirk has passed away, and I don't want to say anything, but I'm pretty sure he died on the scene. They just did not want to. Maybe they wanted to attempt to resuscitate him, but he had lost so much blood. The moment he was shot, he started instantly losing. It looks like a bucket of blood. So Charlie Kirk was scheduled to debate a progressive influencer, Hamas Piker, at Dartmouth College on his Twitter live stream. Piker reacted to the news with horror, urging some of his followers to stop making jokes about the shooting, and he expressed fear that he could be similarly targeted. This is a terrifying incident. Oh my, yeah, this is the thing. It's like a lot of like Hassan Piker's audience is absolutely deranged and insane, and he's cultivated an audience of hate. So, um, this was honestly the most insane
People
take that I've
you
seen.
can't stop with these sort of awful thoughts you have and then saying these awful words and not expect awful actions to take place.
Matt.
And that's the unfortunate environment we're in.
Turning Point USA has confirmed that he was shot. And there are a number of
then lead to hateful actions. And I think that's the environment we're in, that people you can't stop with these sort of awful thoughts you have and then saying these awful words and not expect awful actions.
Alive and in critical condition. Well, no.
Actions to
it looks like all the reporting is coming that he has passed. Reportedly listed as critical condition after being shot. Nah, I think Donald Trump made a statement that he has since passed. Yeah, this is absolutely insane. This is gross.